on top.
Here's the tornado.
That's right, his tornado DDT could win the match right here. Oh, Malenko hooked him.
What a beautiful counter by Malenko. Drags him out to the middle of the ring.
He may not make it all the way to El Paso, but he's in Texas right now.
Great balance by Malenko. And the Texas Cloverleaf puts Chavo Jr. down. But Chavo Jr., with a completely different attitude, came to fight here and really had his Uncle Eddie beside himself, confused.
Chavo Jr., well, he was in the driver's seat dominating this matchup, and now he has to, he's trying to humiliate him even further. The overhand slap. Look at Chavo get right back in his face.
Come on, Eddie, hit him. See what you got.
Eddie's daring Chavo to hit him. And Chavo kisses him. What the
I think it's the first time he's laid a hand on Eddie Guerrero.
He kissed him with an open hand slap.
And Eddie, look at him backpedaling.
Here's one across the lip.
He has created a monster.
Here's this.
What a moment. Fans reminder. As Chavo walks away, coming up after Thunder on the Superstation, movies for guys who like movies. To avenge his mentor's death, the martial arts master has to take on the Asian mob in the perfect weapon. Coming up next on the Superstation.
This portion of Thunder is sponsored by Starburst Fruit Juice. Need a boost? Give it some juice.
Love will keep us together. Think of me, baby, whenever some sweet girl comes along, singing her song. Don't mess around.
Iowa Sound. You gotta hear this.
Bambolea, bambolea, porque mi vida yo la prefiero vivir así. Bambolea, bambolea, porque mi vida yo la prefiero vivir así. Bambolea.
If you ask us, it just tastes better.
For everyone who'd rather do it themselves, for these magnificent do-it-yourselfers, we make the new generation of Wagner Power Painters, with power to handle today's thicker one-coat paints. Simple electronic settings to spray as wide or as narrow as this, and more time-saving attachments than ever before, which makes you more incredible than ever. If it needs painting, staining, or sealing, the choice is easy. Get a Wagner and get it done. Look for the Wagner Power Painter at Sears and Sears Hardware stores.
Just a closer walk with thee.
Heartland Music invites you to share a special event. The all-new Gospel Collection from Loretta Lynn.
On the wings of a snow white dove.
26 all-time gospel classics.
Will the circle be broken?
Let Loretta lift your spirits with her joyful new collection.
In the sweet.
But it's not in stores. Please order now.
Swing low, sweet chariot. Coming for the cat.
Call 1-800-257-1234. To save COD charges, use your credit card or send check or money order for $16.98 for cassettes or $19.98 for 2 CDs, plus $3.50 shipping to Loretta Gospel, P.O. Box 2889, Atlanta, Georgia.
With an explosion, we're back for our feature bout here on Thunder. And we certainly have had our share of wild moments tonight during this 2-hour telecast. As you know, we are just about at the 10:05 hour, but we're going to stay with it as always until we see what transpires when the Giant and Lex Luger collide here tonight in our feature bout on Thunder. Now, Thunder has seen a lot over its short span. We talked about San Diego. Our next pay-per-view in July is going to be Sunday, July 12th in San Diego. Tickets will go on sale next Friday at the Warehouse in Jackson Parkway on El Cajon. Friday from 10 a.m. to noon, Goldberg and the Nitro Girls will be there when tickets go on sale for Bash at the Beach in San Diego.
I'll tell you, I've been doing some of them with the Nitro Girls all over the country. That's something to see, pal. They line up around the block for hours just to see the Nitro Girls.
Especially the fans in San Diego get a chance to see Goldberg.
Oh,
First and foremost. Now, my question, once again, it was crystal clear, Sting's intentions, what Sting had to do, what Sting did, the choice that he made with the Giant, spitting in the Giant's face at the end of Nitro on Monday. But the Giant says, no, that's not the case. They've cleared up the differences. My question, Lee Marshall, if they've cleared the differences up, why does the Giant have both belts?
well, he can.
Well, I know that, but
That's one answer. I think the other answer is that the Giant is exactly what Lex Luger says he is. The Giant is a liar. The Giant says he smoked the Sting. Lex Luger called his bluff, looked him right in the face, and told him that he was a liar.
Well, you know something, Lee? The Giant was lying, and if he isn't telling the truth, and Sting is with him, Sting would be there. You're right about that.
You're absolutely right.
Knowing Sting, he wouldn't give up that belt if he wanted it.
Lex Luger, the total package, who knows Sting better than anyone in this sport, comes out to face a man that he knows quite well as friend and foe. They were World Tag Team Champions last year. And, of course, the Giant now back in the Hollywood Hogan camp of the New World Order.
Tony, that's a very good point about the fact that the Giant and Lex Luger were together as a team. Giant was always with Luger. Lex could always turn around and expect to see the Giant. To the Braves' point, that if Sting really were with the Giant, if they really were the team that he purports they are, the Stinger would be in Cleveland, Ohio tonight.
For our fans watching here on TBS, I want to remind you one more time that Nitro returns to its regular time. That's at the standard 8 o'clock, 3 hours live this coming Monday from Evansville, Indiana, live only on TNT. As Nitro returns at its regular time beginning next week, this coming Monday.
All 3 big hours.
You're not kidding. The Giant tried to get the first blow in, but I really believe, as strong as he is, Luger, the quicker of the two men, is showing it right here.
The other thing the Giant knows is that Lex Luger can and has put him up in that torture rack.
Yes, he has.
Wow, wow.
Luger sandwiched him into a neutral corner that time with a running lariat. Oh! And then runs right into the Giant. In the rib cage. Oh, my goodness, 500 pounds, 503, standing on the sternum in the throat of Lex Luger.
Oh, boy. Imagine 500 pounds standing on your chest.
And up near the throat as well. That could crack a sternum, guys.
Yeah.
And the Giant now, after standing on the chest of Luger, is going for the upper body, the throat, and the neck of Lex Luger here.
Taking away that opportunity for Lex to put him in the rack. You weaken the upper body, he can't get you up.
Watch out, Russian leg sweep, and a great move, showing his agility as well.
It's the one thing about the Giant. He is not a one-trick pony. Sure, he does have the choke slam, but he's got a lot of other weapons.
7'4", he's 500 pounds.
Weapon enough, you'd think.
Yeah.
A walking weapon. Ooh, backbreaker.
Backbreaker, and the referee asks Luger if he wants to continue. Meanwhile, the Giant just slowly, calmly, methodically stalks around the ring. The Giant to the attack again. Oh, jawbreaker, Lex Luger. Luger tries to run the Giant down, but cannot.
He's still standing.
Luger trying to hit the Giant high, and the Giant won't go down.
Luger still throwing the forearms one more time. Well, remember where you were tonight, guys. The night the Giant went down.
Something's happening. Something's happening.
Luger.
Everyone's looking the other way. Whoa!
It's Sting.
Sting.
Sting has come in. Sting has come in. Can we get a...
Luger's in trouble now.
trouble. Oh, my goodness. No, Luger said he talked to Sting at home on the phone. That can't be Sting. Can we get a good look at him?
No airplane travels that fast.
I don't believe so, but the Giant with a massive choke slam has put Luger down.
But look at the T-shirt. The NWO black and white Hollywood Hogan T-shirt on this man.
Now he drapes one across Luger. That can't be Sting.
Well, you can ring the bell till the sun comes up tomorrow morning. That's not Sting.
That is not Sting.
Looks like Sting to me.
No, it's not, Vance, and we've got to go. We're out of time. Live on Thunder.
This summer,